And gentlemen, let's welcome to the ring from Riga, Latvia, Milan Volkovs.
Well, a very good evening and welcome to York Hall. Welcome to Bout 1. 8 3-minute rounds in the Cruiserweight division. My name is Darren Rees. I'll be leading the comms tonight, and my right-hand man is a man with the best following in boxing, and that is Nathan Heaney.
And
hello, guys.
Now,
hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the ring from Mainz, Germany, Oronzo Birardi.
Well, here comes Birardi, the man born in Italy, but based and spent a lot of his life in Germany. He has stopped 6 out of his 7 opponents who he's been in a ring with, and he will very much be looking to continue with that in a very hot and a very rowdy York Hall in just a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, our first contest of the evening is 8 rounds in the Cruiserweight division. Your steward in charge is Des Rees, your timekeeper is Mark Shannon, and your referee, Lee Every from South Oxy. Introducing first in the red corner, he has a record of 10 wins, 2 defeats and 2 draws, with 6 wins coming by way of knockout. At the weigh-in, he scaled 14 stone, 3 pounds, and tonight he wears the black shorts. Please welcome from Riga, Latvia, Milan Volkovs. And across the ring in the blue corner, he is unbeaten with a record of 7 wins and no defeats, with 6 wins coming by way of knockout. At the weigh-in, he scaled 14 stone, 2 pounds, and tonight he wears the white, gold and green shorts. Please welcome from Mainz, Germany, Oronzo Birardi.
Boxers, please. Okay, lads, when I say stop, you stop boxing. When I say break, take a step back. Keep your hands up, protect yourself at all times. Good luck to you both. Good luck.
Well, here we go. 8 3-minute rounds in the Cruiserweight division. Milan Volkovs in the red corner. In the blue corner, Oronzo Birardi. Birardi, as I said, has stopped 6 out of 7 of his opponents. And let's see how he starts this fight off as both men come to the centre of the ring.
Ooh,
good
left
lead hook
there.
there.
Good lead left hook there. Both wearing the Filippo Dinardo gloves. Puncher's gloves they are. Volkovs is solid.
They're both looking extremely focused, staring each other out here at York Hall in the heart of the East End.
Volkovs isn't turning up here. He's looking focused. Birardi's he's got to show his power. He's got.
Volkovs has got a good, strong jab there. When he throws that, he really gets through the guard, doesn't he?
Lovely work. But nice and tight afterwards as well. Stab down to the body.
It was a good overhand right there from Birardi, who's ever so slightly increasing the work rate. Good return shots,
Lovely
though,
work
from Volkovs. Birardi back with his own combination.
Birardi got a nice right hook to the body. But good defence. He's got hands nice inside, though. Oh, lovely strong right hand. Oh, lovely.
There's good shots from both men, but we are just a couple of feet away, and you can hear every single one of them land.
See, I couldn't see too much of Birardi when I looked online, but I saw one where he said it was a devastating knockout, but he didn't actually show the video. But so far, Volkovs looks like he's just the puncher the Birardi is.
Absolutely. That jab lead hook is working for Birardi, but he just seems to be falling short as he goes in with the right hand. But so far, fairly even, Nathan.
Yeah, but Birardi's picked up the work rate, but I still think the better work has come from Volkovs in this first round. Oh, better shot there. Well, that's evened up now. I was edging towards Volkovs for the round, but now, as you say, a bit more even. Good jab, though. Good jab, though.
Good jab from Volkovs. The question will be is who will slow sooner, or will either of them slow? As we come to the last 10 seconds of round number 1 of this 8th round Cruiserweight contest.
Very well matched fight, this. Very good.
Well, that was a pleasant opening round to kick things off here at your call.
Yeah, very much so. Like I say, Volkov started off very strong, really sinking the shots and left them in a little bit as well. Really putting the power in. Try and look at which one's breathing heavier. Both lads are breathing heavy, to be fair.
I was just saying to you before we went live that I dread to think how hot it is in there under those lights in a venue like this, because for those who don't know, this venue is attached to a swimming pool, and even an hour ago when I turned up for work a little bit early, it was hot then.
It'll be hotter later. This is the coolest it's going to be all night.
So what you're saying is they've got the long straw.
Yeah, they're okay. They're okay. You're right. It's warm, but later on, when the people start filling in, this is going to be like a sauna.
Okay, here we go. Round 2. Let's see if these two start things off in this round, how they finish them in the last round. Will Birardi keep that work rate up? He's the first man snapping that jab out, but Volkovs comes back with a few shots that don't do too much damage because Birardi is covering up well, but gets caught on the temple there with a left hook. Loving the fact that these two are just fighting for the centre of the ring.
But that's where I think Birardi should be, because at first it looked like he's using a bit of footwork, a bit of in out. Look there, he's bouncing, he's trying to bounce on his toes a little bit. He should be twitching him a little bit more, trying to draw Volkovs on him.
Volkovs landed a right hand which Birardi thought maybe a little bit too low there, and he gave him a nod to say, I'll let you off that one. But it hasn't come back to punish him for it. Yeah, as I say that, he lands a looping left hook over the top. That was a big right hand by Volkovs, though. And I could hear that one thud.
Good job from Birardi.
Good work rate from Birardi. Birardi seems to be constantly doing something.
It's a much better round for Birardi this time. Much better. The work rate's better, the accuracy's better.
Good work with the jab from Birardi, head and body. And he seems to have just found his distance now. And Volkov seems to be not hitting him as much as he was.
Fast body work there. That's better. He's showing the dip. So far it's been quite even in the way that they've been throwing the power and the speed, but that showed the difference in the styles there. Good job, good job.
Birardi just switched stance for a moment there. If Birardi lands one of those big over the top backhands, I think he'll do some damage. But Volkov's he's still very much in this fight.
It's because his defence is quite good. If you look at his hands, every time the attack comes, his hands are quite tight. It's a good right hand that he's just landed Volkov's. But his defence is quite... Really, he should keep his hands tight and try to squeeze him down a little bit more like he's doing there.
Last few seconds of round 2, and there goes the bell. So
a Birardi second round.
A Birardi second round for you. I think if he just keeps increasing that work rate bit by bit as the rounds go by, then he should, as long as he doesn't get caught with anything big, get quite comfortably cruise to a win.
Yeah, you'd hope so. Yeah, but he's still dangerous. Volkov's still dangerous. He's definitely not just turning up. He's definitely here to win.
Especially when you've got guys punching as hard as they do in the Cruiserweight division. It really is one punch that can change everything. You could have an absolute dream fight, be cruising, and then in the last few seconds it could all go the other way.
Exactly, but like you said about the work rate, when they're so big, if you put up a big work rate, there's a big chance they can gas as well.
True.
So it's like a double-edged sword, and not going too heavy, not going too fast.
Third round, let's see if the work rate continues. Straight away on the front foot, Birardi with a jab lead hook.
At the start of the fight, Volkov's landed a beautiful lead left hook. He hasn't thrown it. I don't think he's thrown it since. Oh, just to say that he throws it. Must be listening.
Commentator's curse. Volkov's just loading up a little bit too much with that right hand, and Birardi can see that coming. Like a solid jab to the body from Volkov.
They are solid shots by Volkov, though.
Oh, that was a lovely jab which set up that overhand right there. And this is good work from Birardi, who's seems to be putting his foot on the gas a little bit more.
This is a good fight for Birardi. Obviously, in his record suggests he's blasted everyone else. Only one person gone the distance. So, but Volkov's giving him a really good test here. Perfect fight for him.
Volkov still on the front foot, though, no matter how many of those shots have got through, and still throwing big shots of his own back, and some of them are getting through. But that was a good right hand from Birardi. A shot which seems to be working well for him. Volkov straight back on that front foot, guard nice and tight.
Just lunging in too much with that right hand, though. You need to squeeze in close with the feet and then let the right hand go.
Is there danger?
Good jab.
Is there danger of Volkov's getting caught if he lunges in with that right hand?
Well, he did lunge in. Yeah, so yeah, he could catch him with the counter left hook. Birardi could. If he's going to throw the right hand, he just needs to make sure he's squeezing a little bit closer with his feet and then letting the shot go. He's almost like half a foot too far out.
So the way that Birardi goes from southpaw to orthodox, he seems to throw like a double jab, big right out, and then follows through with his right foot and then just leaves it there, and then he'll switch back.
Yeah, I didn't even notice he switched. I didn't even notice he switched the first until you said. But is that because he's running out of ideas?
It could be, but the ideas he's got seem to be just, winning the rounds for him.
Good right hand to the body by Birardi.
That right hand at the end of that round just skimmed the face, and the sweat bounced off of his face and glimmered in the brightness of the lights here at York Hall. This is a good, solid fight. real good action to kick things off here at York Hall. Just looking in the corner of Volkov's there in the red corner, and he's taking some big, deep old breaths. But as I look across to the blue corner of Birardi, he looks tired, but he's chatting away. So his fitness must be there, his fitness must be good, because he's in full conversation with his corner. Okay, here we go, 4th round, scheduled for 8. Birardi throws that right hand, but it's blocked by Volkov's. Has he sussed him out? Has he sussed that shot out? When Volkov throws that right hand, he looks like he uses an unbelievable amount of energy.
Oh, he's really going through it. Really going through it. I do like him though. I like the shape of Volkov. Like say strong, but look, I think he's trying to counter a little bit more now, Birardi. Good counter left it there.
He's definitely trying to counter more. You can see him almost inviting Volkov's in, and then as he comes in, as he lunges in, he's trying to catch him with a counter jab or a counter lead hook.
Better defence by Birardi as well. Keeping the gloves much tighter on the inside.
Volkov still keeping his discipline, still keeping his form. He's still got bounce in those feet. He's still got them hands high. He's still throwing his shots well. Do you think Volkov needs to try and back him up a little bit more? Because it seems every time he gets anywhere near, he gets to the corner, to the ropes, Birardi just finds a way out of there, and then he creates space, and then he's got room to work.
Yeah, you bang on in terms of he does need to get into the ropes. But what's happening is as he's squeezing into the ropes, when he throws his shot, he's throwing it half a foot too far out. So when he's lunging with the shot, then Birardi can just escape. If you just squeeze him a little bit more to keep him on the ropes, he could get him then. But yeah, he does need to trap him, because that's the only place he's going to land.
Birardi seems to have slowed down in this round.
A lot. He's slowed down a lot.
And I don't think Volkov's has. I think he's been fairly consistent in terms of his work rate, which hasn't matched Birardi in the previous rounds. But Birardi definitely has slowed down. He's got caught quite a few times in this round as well.
Over 8 threes. 8 rounds. Be interesting to see how these last few rounds go.
Well, let's see.
I think Birardi's feeling the pace. I think, well, they both are. They're both feeling the pace.
That little breather to put the gum shield back in was probably most welcome. Well, I've got to give that round to Volkov's. I think he did some good work in that round, and Birardi definitely slowed down in comparison to where he was at and what he was doing in previous rounds. Just looking at the pair of them in the corners again, Volkov's looking a little bit more composed. He's not breathing as heavy as he was.
But his style's much more economical in the way that he applies it. He's just hands high, hands tight, throwing a jab. But Birardi's using a little bit more footwork, a little bit more speed. So it's going to be more energy intensive from Birardi's standpoint than it is on Volkov's. But Volkov's isn't getting close enough to land the shot.
Round 5 of 8. Volkov straight out there, popping his jab out. And again, Birardi looks like he's almost inviting him in. Will it pay off? Good defensive skills there from Birardi.
Good doubling up, left hook to the body by Volkov's.
Yes, very good indeed. Good shots from Birardi. One of those right hands really got through there.
That's the first time I think he's really committed to the shots. Oh, lovely. They're so solid, them shots by Volkov's.
And although they're hitting the gloves,
they're still hurting. They
still hurt, don't they? He'll feel them in his feet.
Lovely work.
Great. 2 shots upstairs, 1 down. Birardi comes back to say, I'm in charge here.
And that is what's good. He has replied to it. He's responded.
Good left hook.
Good right hook to the body as well.
Birardi stalking Volkov's now, just as he moves around the ropes just above our commentary position. And he's got to be careful that he doesn't stay on those ropes for too long, Nathan.
I thought he was going to try countering, but no, he wasn't. So yeah, you're correct. Good job though. I think you got to head towards Birardi in this just for the work rate.
It seemed that in the last round he had a little bit of a round off.
Good though by Volkov's.
Certainly not writing Volkov's off anytime soon.
That's the good thing Birardi's done this round. He's responded to the attack. So if he's just Volkov's landing some good there, Birardi's got to come back where normally he has.
Good body shots. Good jab to the body there from Birardi. Sunk that one into the solar plex.
Good round.
Good round. Some real solid work here. So Nathan, when are we likely to get an announcement of your next fight then?
Probably in the next week or so, I think.
Yeah, week or so.
Yeah, I've had some discussion with George yesterday. So I think everything's in motion now. So yeah, the next week or so, I think I'm doing some groundwork and behind the scenes, letting all my supporters know. But yeah, once everything's confirmed, everything's out there. Yeah, but I think I'm guessing the next. But I think they're in Riyadh. I think Queensberry in Riyadh this week coming up. So yes. I think it'll be most likely the week after that. In the next week or two.
Good, I'm sure.
But I'm looking forward to it either way.
Yeah, and I'm sure your many loyal Stoke fans will be looking forward to it too.
Yeah, absolutely.
And of course, next week, Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk on TNT Sports Box Office. But back to the action here as we go into round 6 of 8 at York Hall, Bethnal Green. I do feel that they both need to just up the tempo a little bit here, don't they? Because, and I know it's easy for me to say from ringside, but it's just becoming a bit samey.
Yeah, and that's what I said earlier, though. That was the difference between Birardi and Volkov's. It was Birardi's speed when he let a little bit of a combination go. Showed the difference in class. But now it's just tit for tat, tit for tat. That's what makes the round so hard to score, really.
Solid jab from Volkov's there. One of those got through.
Good defence, but good left by Volkov's there.
Oh, that was a really good shot, and Birardi opening up. And he's really letting his hands go now.
Volkov's really needs to cover up.
He can smell blood.
But then this could be where he can gas out. He's gonna
this is
work
the problem.
hard. Lovely work. Good line,
Volkov's soaked up those punches, and some of those definitely got through. And I think Birardi was hoping he'd be a bit weaker in the legs and he could have finished the job, but he's still got work to do. Good left hook there from Volkovs. That was a really sweet whipping left hook.
He's known as a big bad wolf, and he's huff and puff. He ain't going to blow down tonight, I'm telling you.
Good 1-2 from Birardi. Bounces on the spot and stares his man down. Has Birardi gassed himself out, Nathan?
I think he's okay. But I was thinking to myself, this is just a great fight for Birardi because Volkovs is a proper fighter. He's there to cause problems. And he ain't blasting Volkovs out. Good right hand, good right hand.
Yeah, good right hand again, and switches the stance as he's done a couple of times. He's really launching himself at him there. The referee just
buzzed him up a little bit there, but
that using the shoulder.
Good round for Birardi there.
Very good round. Some good shots got through from Birardi. Volkovs as well, really good jab, which has worked for him pretty much all of the fight. And as your call starts to fill up, the temperature is gradually increasing. And as my co-coms, Nathan Heaney, said earlier on, you wait till later. You wait till there's 2,000 people in here. And anyone who's had the luxury of visiting this place, a spiritual home of British boxing, will know even in the winter this place is warm.
As I said to you before, the last time I was here was for the McCann Baluta fight, and it was like a sauna, and that was a very intense fight as well.
Into the 7th round, the penultimate round. And what will the plan be for both men as we go into this one?
Well, I feel Birardi's up by 2 or 3 rounds. So Volkovs has really got to win these next 2 big. He's got to, if he wants to win. He's just got to commit a little bit more. Oh, lovely right uppercut, lovely.
Fantastic uppercut from Volkovs. Straight up the middle of the guard. Textbook stuff.
Good job, double jab by Birardi though. Oh, the
lovely
shots are so solid from Volkovs. Well, you'd see that in terms of the record, the power's all with Birardi. Good shot there, but they just don't seem to have the same thudding.
No.
That Volkovs has.
God, that was a good 1-2, which set up a left hook, and if it had a little bit more oomph in it, it could have sent him a bit wobbly. Good lead and screw shot from Birardi, as he shows Volkov those defensive skills. Birardi seems quite comfortable, quite confident sitting there in the pocket fighting. Yeah. That was a good right hand just above our commentary position here from Birardi.
It'd be interesting to see if Volkovs does commit to anything now, because he's literally got a round and a half left to win this fight.
He's got 4 minutes to do it. Birardi stalking him again as he follows him around the ring, but Volkov comes back and pushes back to say, I ain't going anywhere. Volkov's just, I love the way that he leans in and sinks in those hooks to the body. They've got her. Go on, good
right hand.
Oh, right hand over the top from Birardi.
Last 25 seconds. He just needs to press on him now. Come on, Milans. You see the left eye of Volkov's.
Yes,
it almost looks like it's cut.
It does look.
I think it's just swollen, but it's just red, really red.
That looks like that could open up if there was another few shots on that.
One more round.
It's happened at the right time, if there ever is a right time. So the big one next week then, Nathan. Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk.
Yep.
Speaking to lots of people ringside here as we were setting up. Everyone's scratching their heads. Nobody knows.
Well, people say it's 50-50, but really, Tyson Fury is absolutely best. No one should beat him. No one. So, if he's absolute best, Tyson Fury wins. But Usyk has definitely got the skills to trigger, to try and wear down Fury and not let him lean on him and not let him hold him. So I think that's where Fury's strengths lie in terms of the big size of him.
The whole way around here at York Hall, on the balcony, there's a banner, Ring of Fire, Fury versus Usyk, and Usyk's menacing eyes. So we look forward to that one. But here we are, going into the 8th and final round. It's just been a good, solid fight. Both men have put some really good work in, but Nathan's card says that Birardi up by 3 or 4 rounds.
Yeah. But the solid shots have been coming from Volkov's.
Birardi complains there to Volkov to say you hit me low, but the ref just reminded him he's in charge and you fight until I say so. Good work from Birardi here in the final round. But gotta say, he's starting to look really knackered, and fair enough, he's put some good work in under some very hot lights.
But he can let it go now because he knows it's the last round.
Oh, that was a lovely right uppercut from Birardi. Volkov's back with another couple of shots of his own. Just going absolutely nowhere.
Oh,
right, that was a
lovely.
lethal right hand which hit the left glove of Volkov, but he comes straight back.
Straight back with a solid right hand.
Another good right hand there from Birardi. He's really putting every ounce of energy he's got into every single shot as we go into the last minute of the 8th round.
He did turn his head though. Come on.
Made a mistake there, Birardi. It's twice he's done that, turned his back on his opponent. Golden rule of boxing.
Birardi's boxed well against a solid opponent. A great fight for him. Because Milans is no mug at all. He's very, very good.
Last 10 seconds here then. In the 8th round.
Cut open up on the left thigh.
Yep. Yeah, that cut.
Ooh.
You can see the blood coming, trickling down the left-hand side of his face now, but it happened at the right time. That was a good, solid bout. Thoroughly enjoyed that. And regardless of the decision here, we think Birardi's got it. But those rounds are so important, aren't they? He would have learnt a lot in there tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know, with the knockouts he's had, how quick they've been. Whether they've been early round stoppages or late fight starts, like in the 6th round stuff. But they'll done in the world of good. Because it's okay when you think you can knock everyone else, and you get someone tough like Milan's who just takes everything you give him. Because some lads can just do that. They can just take everything.
I can see how he has stopped 6 of his 7 opponents before this fight, because you could really hear them fudge. And when he lets them go and when he connects, yeah, there's not many people who will be able to shake as many of those off as he did. Let's go over to our MC just in a moment. So Dev Sani.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 rounds of boxing, your referee Lee Every scores the contest 77-75 to your winner, Oronzo Birardi.
Thoughts on those cards?
I thought it was quite well judged, to be honest. I thought it was, yeah.
I think you're right. I think there was some tough rounds in there to score, wasn't there? Because the rounds when there wasn't bundles going on, when they were just doing as much as each other.
I felt Birardi won the fight, but again, there was some great work being done by Volkov's. But the right man won.
And it's always good to see the appreciation for one another after a fight. It's one of the many things that we love about the sport, is they can stand in there and hammer each other with left hooks, right hands non-stop, and then most of the times it's friendly after.
Let's welcome to the ring from Botasani, Romania, Ioan Alexandru Lutic.
Well, here comes Ioan Lutic, who's from Romania. He's based out in Spain at the moment. Some of the people watching in the UK will remember his bout with Ryan Kelly, which he lost on points. It was a tough bout, and round 5 was one of the rounds of the year. It was an absolute classic. It was brilliant.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the ring from Northampton, Big Ben Fan.
And here comes Ben Fale with his twin brother, Carl Fale, both very talented fighters. Ben had a hand injury in his debut fight, which was in lockdown, and it sent him out of the boxing ring for 2.5 years. And ever since he's come back, he's stopped everybody that he's been in there with. And once again, he'll be looking to do much more of that tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest of the evening is 6 rounds in the middleweight division. Your steward in charge is Des Rees, your timekeeper is Mark Shannon, and your referee, Amy Pugh from Enfield. Introducing first in the red corner, competing in his 11th professional contest. At the weigh-in, he scaled 11 stone 3 pounds, and tonight he wears the black shorts. Please welcome from Botasani, Romania, Ioan Alexandru Lutic. And across the ring in the blue He's unbeaten with a record of 5 wins and no defeats, with 4 big wins coming by way of knockout. At the weigh-in, he scaled 11 stone 3 pounds, and tonight he wears the green and purple shorts. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the former national amateur champion from Northampton, Big Ben Fan!
Great atmosphere.
Doesn't get much better than this place.
No hitting behind the back, no low blows, and no kidney punches, yeah? When I say break, step back, okay? Protect yourselves at all times, touch gloves.
Good support here for Ben Fail, well-followed fighter. He's been doing this a long time at Lutic.
Oh,
He's coming to upset the apple cart. Fast, wild hands to start off with.
it's a gunslinger here, it's a gunslinger. Oh!
Oh, great shots from both of them. Ben Fail tucks up and keeps his composure, but comes back with a couple of decent shots. We're just trying to find some space now. Lutic, a former kickboxer and a very good one as well. Like I said, that fight he had with Ryan Kelly, wow, what a cracker that was.
It's both got good pedigree, obviously. Fail, one of the Fail twins, GB athletes. I think he's the national champion, silver medalist.
Oh, the gum shields come out there of Lutic and Ben Fail. I don't think the referee's seen it, the gum shields come out. And Ben Fail is just doing exactly what he should do, which is continue until the referee tells him to stop. But he's got a look on him this evening, he means business.
Bit strange that from there. It's a bit strange. I don't know why he was trying to tell the ref. Just got to crack on.
Good solid right hand there from Fail. Things might calm down.
Nice
just
and sharp
slightly.
from Fail, nice and sharp. Working off that jab, just very nice.
Lutic comes back with a couple of fairly wild shots. Sometimes they're a lot harder to defend against, aren't they, than sight shots, because you're not so used to them coming, but Fail comes back with a really good backhand, and that was a really good shot upstairs, and Lutic looks like he's in trouble, and the referee could stop this here. Great backhand from Fail as he digs his toes in. And it's all over in round 1. Ben Fail, your call, back with another stoppage. That was absolutely sensational stuff from him.
Excellent one there. I do feel for the opponent because he took a knee. I think he wanted. I do think he wanted the 8 count, but very good.
Well, the way that fight started, there was no way it was going to go all 6 rounds, that's for sure. Ben Fail looking ever so pleased just to be back boxing on a regular basis. And another win on the record.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the time of 2 minutes 5 seconds and in the very first round, your referee calls a halt to this contest. Therefore, your winner by TKO, Big
And a very, very good performance from Ben Failder. And Ben will join us in just a moment. We'll just let him do his pictures and lap it up in a ring, and so he should do as well. And then we'll catch a quick word before we go to our next bout of the evening. Lovely to see his brother in there congratulating him. Great big smile on his face. That's what it's about. Well, he will join us in a moment, but at the moment he's just appreciating the support from the many people who are in attendance who have paid to come to York and watch him. But Ben's just being mobbed by his friends and family and his supporters, which is completely understandable. We will catch a word with you in just a moment, but as you can appreciate and understand, everyone wants a bit of him, but we want a bit of him first.
Hey, you have this one, mate. Yeah.
Congratulations, Ben.
Thank you.
Ever since that hand injury, you've come back and you've got everyone out of there before the final bell's gone. What have they put in that hand?
Mate, I don't know. But I tell you what, I got told to retire twice. Yeah, I got told to give up boxing. I come back, I still weren't sure my hand was going to be okay after 2-3 years. So I said, fuck it, I'm going to come back, swear by swear. Said, I'm going to come back and give everything I've got, and it keeps getting them out, and it's come back better.
Yeah, good luck. Excellent. Mate, what was going through your mind in the first 10 seconds? Because there's a proper shootout in them first 10 seconds, thinking, bloody hell, what's going on here?
I knew how he fought as well, but I said to my team, I said, I'm going to go out and fight, box my fight, and when I'm ready to fight, I'll fight. And it just so happens I come out, I was ready to fight straight away.
Yeah, but the jab that you've thrown as well, nice and sharp. Yeah. What got him there in the end was that I think you got a left hook to the body, right in the shoulders. You really.
I caught him with the body early, and then he was complaining about. I thought I hurt him, and he was complaining, saying to stop it. So I carried on, and he obviously lost his gum shield. But I knew from then, I knew he was hurt, and I knew I could catch him. So I stopped for the game, and I went for him.
Excellent, mate.
Ben, fantastic performance.
Thank you.
Go and see your friends, your loved ones. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank
well
you very
done.
much.
Come on. Cheers, mate.
Well, apologies if anybody was offended by that slip of the swear word there, but as you can understand and appreciate, emotions are running high, especially when you've just boxed a venue like this in front of all your friends and family, and that fight has just finished in the way that it did, a first round knockout.
Oh, it was excellent. Really, really good. Like, again, what's nice is a guy that's come from a real amateur pedigree, obviously, on the GB squad, like former national champion. Usually they have a style that doesn't really probably suit to the pros, but his style was lovely. Very short, very, very fast. He's quite spiteful as well. Like I said, with the first 10 seconds, he did a proper shootout. So he's got the minerals, so it's just stuck in there as well. So it was a very, very good performance from him. Obviously got the competitiveness with his brother as well. Obviously love each other and stuff, but they're both be competing as well. His brother's very, very good.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that was a really, really good performance. And I should say, before I tell you about what's coming up next, and I was going to tell you in the fight, so Ben and his brother are both big supporters in terms of shouting about autism and autism awareness. So their cousin Sean, who's just a young man, is autistic, and until they came across this, they didn't have a clue about autism. They didn't know anything about it, and now they're really well educated on it, and they're really trying to spread the word about autism in general. So you always see those two with it on their fight shorts, and it's good to see that, you know, with a platform like this, that they can push a good message out, can't they?
Absolutely. Obviously, the first time I ever saw it was obviously with the Smith brothers. With the Smith brothers, they've always, yeah. No, it's really good.
Absolutely. Well, some great fights to come. We've got Tommy Fletcher, who will be in a 6 3-minute round bout shortly. Then Royston Barney Smith will follow. Archie Sharp, what a fighter he is. He's been in some great fights. It'd be great to see Archie back in the ring here at York Hall. And then Grandele versus Nathaniel Collins will be the 7th bout of the evening. And then the co-main event will be Ryan Garner versus Liam Dillon, and that's for the WBC International Super Featherweight Championship. And then the final bout of the evening will be Denzel Bentley versus Danny Dignum. Well, Denzel Bentley's last fight was against you.
Yeah, it was, mate. Yeah, so Denzel Bentley's a very good fighter, mate. It's very, very good. So you would assume Denzel should be for the favourite tonight, but again, Dignum's got a massive pedigree behind him in terms of the club he represents as an amateur. Obviously being he's a Repton boy. Was he a Repton boy? I think he boxed at the Repton. So all fighters that are coming out of the Repton are going to be very well schooled fighters. And obviously he's fought on a high level as well. Well, they both fought Janabek. Obviously Denzel Bentley did very well against Janabek. Unfortunately Dignum got stopped. But yeah, if Dignum's got to use his southpaw advantage, his footwork, his skills, but Bentley might squeeze him down and catch him. He's very dangerous.
Absolutely. So we've got to talk about your fight with Denzel Bentley, because God, what a fight it was. What was it like? What was it like being in the middle of it, being one of the fighters? Because it's a fight which is still spoken about now. Yeah,
it's a phenomenal fight. I loved every second of it. The build up to it, I love the fact that there was 2,000 Stokies taking over Manchester. Everyone had a great time. But for me, I just love the moment where you just step up, where you think this is it now. You've had your apprenticeship as a pro, and you've had good fights, development fights along the way, and then one day you get the call to say you've got a really tough fight here, and not only stepping up, you're a massive underdog. And I just did what I knew I could do. What me and Steve knew, Steve knew I've always been capable of it, but he's always said, you've only shown glimpses of what you can do in fights, but one time you're going to have to put it all together. And on November 18th, 2023, I did. Yeah.
Do you think we'll see a rematch? Because it ended in a majority decision going your way.
Okay, majority decision, but it should never have been a majority decision. So, no. But I don't... Well...
Are you not a massive fan of rematches?
Well...
Because some people just aren't for them at all.
Well, I'm for rematches if it's close. Like, and if there's something for both fights to get something out of it. But only if it benefits... But it's got to benefit my career as much as anyone else's.
Absolutely, you've got to look after number one. And Danny Dignum, I feel like he's been around for a long time. I've been seeing that name on fight cards and posters, and I'll actually never forget. I was sat up there in the balcony a good few years ago. Must have been one of Danny's very first fights. Maybe it was his debut, his second fight, and I was sat next to this older gentleman, and this older gentleman gave me a nudge with his elbow, and he pointed to Danny in the ring. And I'm sure it was his granddad, and he said, "That's my grandson," and he was proud as punch. And it was a great fight, and it was a great atmosphere and everything.
Well, I'm glad that it was his granddad, because if he said it was his grandson, it'd be a bit weird if it wasn't his granddad. That's it. That's what's brilliant, though, particularly if his granddad was like a boxer himself back in the day.
Yeah.
You usually find boxers are boxing because there's a bloodline there. Like my dad was a boxer. You've got this Ali lad next. Khalid Ali. His dad was a boxer, and he boxed for the Repton. So, yeah, it's usually finds in the bloodline. But yeah, the family are always going to be very proud of them.
Yeah, it definitely is a sport which does tend to be in your blood, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Although it'll stop with my blood now, because I've got two girls, and my
well,
wife,
you never know.
And my wife Louise will never ever let the girls get punched in the face.
No, that's fair enough.
But if they keep winding me up, they might get one anyway.
And you're not going to argue with her?
No.
Oh, good for you. So a fight announcement from you, hopefully in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, in the next week or two. The next week or two, a fight announcement.
Can you hint any names, or are you going to leave us hanging?
No. We'll just leave it hanging. We'll leave it hanging, and then we'll just we'll wait till it all comes out there.
Well, one thing we do know is you are never ever in a boring fight.
Yeah, well, that's it. I just want to make sure that people are entertained from the moment I walk in to the moment I come out, and as long as people have a good time, that's all I'm bothered about. So, and they do most of the time, to be fair. So
tonight is actually the first time I met you, and I've never looked into this, but there was a video which went quite viral of before you were on like CNT, etc. With Frank Warren, I think it was, of your ring walk, and it was in a venue which is very similar to York Hall. What venue is that?
Yeah, so
most people would have seen that video.
Yeah, it's my local town hall in Stoke, so the King's Hall in Stoke-on-Trent. And the dimensions are virtually identical. I think it's a bit more prettier than the York Hall, but the York Hall is steeped in history, where the King's Hall it's had some great Northern Soul nights and stuff, do you know what I mean? But it's not renowned for its boxing. But with that night, sold out. I was fighting for the RBO Continental title against Christian Shenby from Malta, and completely sold out. The atmosphere was phenomenal, and like you say, but that was so organic. It was from it's a small hall following, and now we're on the big stage in terms of TNT Sports. I think I've been on my last 9 fights. I've been on TV now with BT Sport formerly, and now TNT Sports, and the nights are getting bigger and bigger. So try to keep it rolling, keep it going, because ultimately I want to be coming home again, and that home would be at my football stadium.
Wow, can you imagine it? You've got to visualise it, haven't you? You've got to visualise it. I bet you do.
That would be Well, I live the same streets as the ground, so I drive past it every day, and I sort of envision little things here and there. And you never know. Listen, my wildest dreams are already happening now with the way my career is. So it's the wildest dreams have happened already. So why not just like finish off the crazy dream and just finish off at Stoke? That'd be the ideal.
That would be amazing. So I was watching a couple of your fights on YouTube just the other day, and I was having to look through the comments, and because of one of the ring walks, I can't remember which fight it was, but someone put, some people dream of fighting at the MGM in Las Vegas, some people dream of fighting at Madison Square Gardens in New York, but really, that is the dream.
Oh, like I say, when I turned professional, well, actually, I retired as an amateur boxer at 26 years old. I was trying my best to do what like Ben and Caulfield had done, and like win the national title, box for your country, box for Great Britain. But unfortunately, I've just never won a national title as an amateur. I just never really probably showed my ability and stuff. But I became a teacher, and I think when I was about 24, so alongside amateur boxing, I was a teacher at college. And then I finished for a whole year. But I thought to myself, I need to turn professional, just because I don't want to have no regrets. I was 27 at the time, and I thought to myself, if I don't turn pro now, where one of my former opponents was Terry Flanagan, who went on to become a world champion, and he was similar to me as an amateur, great amateur, but probably a 50-50 fighter in terms of he wasn't light in the amateur world though, but then became a world champion. So he inspired me a little bit to think, I've got to give this a little go. And I say 60 people came to my debut. So it was very modest, very, very modest. You want at least 100 on your debut, because after each, what you'll usually find in a pro career, every fight that goes along, the supporters drop. So you'll go 60 for your first fight, 50 for your next, 40 for the one after that, until you eventually have to retire because you can't sell tickets. Yeah. But I was very, very lucky and very fortunate that it started off at 60, then went to 80, then went to 90, then went to 120, then went to 300, then went to 700, then went to 1. It just snowballed, but all off the back of the atmospheres that my guys created at the King's Hall and some of the fights I had, because you've got to have great, exciting fights on the way. And like my first ever title fight was on my 7th fight against Tom Stokes from the Black Country, and it was nominated fight of the year in the Midlands area, and that was what cemented the nights for me, because the atmosphere was so good, the fight was entertaining, and everybody just came back, and in more numbers the following time, and after that, then it was done. We just took over everywhere. I just want to rewind just for a moment to something you said earlier on, which
gave me a little bit of a light bulb moment of a conversation I had with someone quite recently. Is I think a lot of people assume if you're a professional boxer, and it's not the case at certain levels, but that if you're a professional boxer, then you don't have a day job. And like you said about you were a teacher. And I was chatting away to Lewis Roberts the other day, who's fighting for the English bantamweight title soon, and he said, "Oh yeah, I got the call to say that I was in the van on the way back with my workmates, and yeah, I got a call to say that I'm fighting for the English title." And it just sprung to me. Just thought, it's a hard old graft, isn't it, when you're at the kind of lower levels, and you got to do a job, you got to do the hours, and you still got to find the time to train, and you still got to be the athlete which you need to be to compete and go up the ranks.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I did mine. I was teaching full time at the college, at Stafford College, for the first 3 years of my pro career. Then I was very fortunate that what boxers need, or was it my first 2 years? But either way, I had a sponsor that allowed me to drop 1 day a week at work. And then the following year, after I progressed level 1, I got another sponsor, so I could drop 2 days a week at work. So I was working in a part-time. So the first 2 or 3 years of my pro career, I was full-time teaching. And then you can maneuver it away. And when I finally got signed by Frank, it was a big risk for me to quit my job and go full-time with the boxing. But I knew I had to dedicate everything to it, because my teaching would have suffered and my boxing would have suffered if I'd have kept both careers together. And yeah, but it's a very modest thing. You earn no money in boxing at the start, and even when you do start getting better contracts, even then, like if you're only fighting 3 times a year, let's say you earn 10 grand a fight, which is quite good. Well, it's 30 grand a year. That's what a teacher's wage gets. So it's not. And obviously, after you pay your tax and all this kind of stuff, there's not a lot left.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm not trying to dash anyone's dreams there, by the way. But yeah, but boxing. But I did it for 16 years for completely free as an amateur. So money was never the goal. Obviously, you want to win titles and stuff. But then as you can provide for your family and stuff, and it's your actual career, it's the best thing you could ever do. Because I literally get paid to do what I've always done for free, but I absolutely love.
Yeah, that's it. They say, what's the saying? If you do something you love, then you never work a day in your life.
Exactly, and that's like a right. And the most scary thing about being in a position like this is my passion, and I don't know what my passion is after boxing finishes. So it's going to be very, very tough to fill that hole, that void that might be left from boxing. But I'm supposed I've met some great people on the way, like some obviously sponsors that I've had, people within the community in Stoke-on-Trent. You got the Staffs University. I've got so many people I've met along the way that could open up new doors. So I think that's the most important thing for fighters, as well as having them different. Here he is. Okay, yeah, go inside. Good lad.
How are you doing, Carl?
Have you ever considered? Oh, we're not on camera yet, are we?
Have you ever considered
swapping? Like, so just before you go in, you take your brother's place because you can't tell the difference. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're feeling a bit tight, like, go on there, son.
You know, the thing is, yeah, he's the one that's fight ready. I'm not right now, so I'll be doing him an injustice, I think.
How are you getting along, though? Training well?
Yeah, I'm going good, yeah. We're training at the Peacock Gym now, and training is going really well. Ben's just done the camp with Denzel. Yeah. Obviously, Denzel's fighting a southpaw tonight, so I think you can see for yourself, he's in great shape. Denzel's in great shape, so, yeah, for myself, I think I've got a fight announcement next week. It's looking like it's going to be a big one, so I'm looking forward to announcing that.
Carl, at the end of that fight, the smile on your face was just an absolute delight to see. You were smiling from ear to ear. How much did that mean to you?
You know what? I get goosebumps now because no one's seen what my brother's been through. I've been right next to him the whole way. He got told to retire twice from a hand injury. We've seen 2 specialists in London, and they told him to retire, and he never give up. He'd have a down day, then he'd wake up next day and he'd say, "Carl, I'm going to get it fixed, I'm going to find a way." And he never gave up. He stayed in the gym. I think he was out for 2 years, and then I went sparring down matchroom boxing with Conor Ben, and then he pointed us in the direction of Mike Hayton, who's a hand specialist, and then Ben got his hand fixed, and as you can see, it's all better now.
Well, let's say, like you're saying, if you'd listen to specialists are specialists for a reason, but sometimes you need a second, third or fourth opinion and get the best person in the world to get to it, because like I say, the dream's on the line there. Top amateur, a national champion, And obviously, I think he won. Didn't he win the silver medal in the Europeans?
No, that was me.
Is that you?
Yeah, that was me.
You're good, aren't you? yeah. It's you.
You know what? He had setback after setback his whole career.
He was national champion, though, wasn't he?
National champion. He done very well, but he had setback after setback, and there's no one, as you can see the smile, there's no one prouder than me, because he's never given up, and the amount of times he could have called it a day, he refused. And to see now, he's 5 fights with Frank, 5 knockouts in devastating fashion, and I just think he's just building momentum now. He's building a brilliant fan base, as you could hear.
Oh, it's brilliant. The atmosphere is incredible.
Yeah,
I said about the goosebumps when I hear that. I think, bloody hell, it's amazing. How many people were here tonight?
I think there was close to 200 people.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah, close to 200 people.
In fact, they sound like 500. They sound like 500 here, mate. Phenomenal sport.
He's got the backing of everyone, of our local town of London. Got a lot of family in London, so it's unbelievable. And I feel like Ben's building great momentum now, and he's going strength for strength. I'd put him in for a title right now. I think he's ready, but obviously that's down to Frank and the team. But yeah, I'm the proudest brother right now.
Yeah, good. It was just so nice to see that smile on your face, and something which we were discussing when you guys were heading back to the changing rooms. I was just telling the viewers the story around why autism is close to you and why you guys have that on your shorts. So I just put it in my words of around your cousin Sean. So do you want to just talk a little bit about that and why you guys do that and what it means to you?
Yeah, well, we lost our dad at 15, and he was a big part of our life, big part of our boxing. And our cousin Tim, he stepped in for my dad, and we had no money, and we didn't have any sort of setup. He bought my mum a car. He helped me go to England camps, and his son Sean, little Shawnee, my cousin.
Oh, okay,
he's got autism. And over the years, we stayed at his house, we stayed on his sofa so we could get training in London, and we're really close with him. And for us, it's just helping spread awareness and making people understand that autism's about, because I think in schools and stuff, you don't learn about it, and as kids you can be naive and things like that. So if we can just do our little part by having it on our shorts, getting people talking, saying like, oh, autism, and a bit more understanding, then I'm happy with that.
Absolutely, good for you. Now, before we let you go, the main event tonight, Denzel Bentley versus Danny Dignum. How do you see that fight going?
I've done many rounds with both, to be honest, and I like both. I think they're both good guys. I was rooting for him against you, to be honest. I really rate Denz. I think he's a great fighter. His power, his ability. Danny, great boxer, great skill. I think it's a 50-50 fight, and I think it's who gets it right on the night. And I'm going to lean towards Denzel, but I wish both of them luck, and I hope they both leave healthy and from a good fight.
Absolutely. Well, Denzel's last fight was obviously against this man in the centre of us, and he did come out with a loss on that one. But do you think that's made him hungrier? Do you think that's made him more determined? Does he seem a little bit more? Does he seem different from that loss?
I wouldn't say so much different, but he's focused, he's determined, he's working hard in the gym. I think credit to you, Nathan. I think you boxed unbelievable that night.
Yeah, cheers, man. Cheers.
I think, my half to. I think you boxed absolutely incredible. But I think Denzel's focused. He's trained really hard. He's been doing a lot of rounds with Ben, and he's been looking very good. So I'm looking forward to the fight.
It'll be a great fight. Well, thank you very much for your time. Cheers for joining us, and we'll let you get back to your family and your brother.
Appreciate that.
Cheers.
Good luck, Tom. Yeah, time.
You ever need any southpaw sparring as well?
Are you southpaw as well?
Cole Fell there, a top Team GB amateur, really good fighter, fantastic. And I could just hear Nathan and Cole to the right of me having a conversation about if you need some sparring, that's just what boxing's like. If you need some southpaw sparring, give me a shout. You'd love to see it. Have you guys sparred before, Nathan? You and Cole?
No, never. We never sparred before. But that's just exactly what we just discussed there. We were saying, he said if you never need any southpaw sparring, just let me know. I was like, perfect, mate. Type of quality. He's very good fighter. Very good. Well, both of them southpaw. So. Yeah, they're both just very good amateur fighters, aren't they? And that teaches you your textbook stuff. But that's the thing. When you see some fighters that are in the GB setup, they have this style that they can never break. That's perfect for pinching shots and scoring and for amateur boxing, but they don't really transfer that well sometimes to the pros. The attributes of it can do, but these boys, they know exactly what they're doing in the pros. They're proper pro fighters, but they've just used that pedigree that they've had from the amateurs and moved it into the pro game well.
Why do you think some people don't make that transition to professional boxing from the amateur scene as well as other people do? Do you think that's down to the training setup or just
I don't know. Maybe just they've just been conditioned. Like some of them have been in the GP setup from young boys, all the way to grown men, and everything they've been taught is absolutely perfect for scoring shots and not getting hit, which you think should apply to the pros, hit and not get hit, essentially. But it's just there's little tweaks here and there. They're just you have to, like they say, hold your feet. I don't think that's right, but there are different aspects.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the ring from Cali, Colombia, John Henry Mosquera.
Well, here comes John Henry Mosquera, bout number 3 of the evening here at York Hall. 5 wins, 11 losses, 0 draws. He comes from Colombia. His first 4 bouts were in Colombia, and all of those were wins. And it seems that as soon as he started fighting out of Colombia, unfortunately the losses started coming in. But he's a busy man. This is his 4th fight in 4 months. And I've seen quite a bit of him, and he quite likes some showboating. So, yeah, we might get some pantomime boos, depending on how much of that he follows up.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the ring from Brick Lane, Khalid, the Bengal Tiger, Ali.
And here's his opponent, Khalid Ali. He's a local man. He's a Brick Lane boy, a former Repton fighter. And there's a lot of people saying a lot of good things about this young man. He's 7-0, stopped 3 of his opponents. And somebody who boxing fans will be very familiar with is the legend that is Maurice Hope, who is a former world champion. He's spoken a lot about the talent of Ali. And we'll see what he brings this evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest of the evening is 6 rounds in the super welterweight division. Your steward in charge is Des Rees. Your timekeeper is Mark Shannon, and your referee, Amy Pugh from Enfield. Introducing first in the red corner, tonight he competes in his 17th professional contest. At the weigh-in, he scaled 10 stone, 11 pounds, and tonight he wears the red, black and gold shorts. Please welcome from Cali, Colombia, John Henry Mosquera. And across the ring in the blue corner, he is unbeaten with a record of 7 wins and no defeats, with 3 big wins coming by way of knockout. At the weigh-in, he's scaled 11 stone, and tonight he wears the grey and white shorts. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Brick Lane, Khalid, the Bengal Tiger, Ali.
6 rounds in the super featherweight division. Local lad Khalid Ali versus the man from Colombia, John Henry Mosquera. Ali fighting in the southpaw stance there. The silver shorts, black boots and the red gloves.
He's got nice shape to him, just moving around. Good ball, lovely
good shot, good hook over the top there from Ali. Mosquera looks very relaxed. And he gives Ali a little bit of a nod there, just to acknowledge him. Oh, great shot there from Khalid Ali. Moved forward, pushed all his weight through that backhand.
But he's starting nice and calm, which is good. Nice tight hands there. Lovely moving around.
Khalid Ali looking very relaxed himself as he, like you say, he's just very composed, starting in full control, getting his shots out there, but looking very relaxed, but needs to make sure he's not so relaxed he doesn't get caught on the way out.
I like how he's positioning his feet, he's moving on the outside, he's pivoting around, changing the angles. Lovely backhand.
Well, Mosquera hasn't done too much so far in the opening round.
I think that's credit to Ali. So just the way he's controlling the distance, and just look, I was just nudging back. He's right on the outside of the range. As he's those jab, he's just slipped.
Good, a good backhand there from Ali, and the sweat bounced off his head then.
See that he's just trying to creep around the right hand side when he's doing it. Just try to open up a little gap.
See, Ali is one of those boxers who seems to have made that transition from amateur boxing, where he boxed at the Repton, to the pro game well. He looks like a good professional and 7-0 already.
It looks great. He'd have been mixing with like Dennis McCann, Henry Turner. He'd been messing with some really good fighters, or mixing with some really good fighters. I think he boxed for England himself, so he's represented his country.
Last 10 seconds. Oh, good shots there from Ali. And Mosquera felt those. But he seems to have shaken them off and stares at him as he walks back to his corner. Well, a well-controlled round there from Ali.
Yeah, very good round from Ali. Very good. Control the distance, control the shots. I like to see his jab a little bit more, but I think he's been patient with it.
When I was doing my research for this fight, one of my favourite things which I found out is it was on the Queensberry YouTube channel. You can go and find it. As the interview asked him, how on earth does he make weight with where he lives? Because he lives around here. He lives in Brick Lane, and he kind of said, you know, what are you talking about? He said, well, all the amazing curry houses and all the amazing food places. And he said, you're right. He goes, I just don't go out.
Yeah. Or just do what I do and train 4 hours a day, and you can have what you want. I have curries 3 times a week. No lie.
You heard it here first.
No lie. Chinese, the works. Work hard, eat harder.
Good movement there from Ali as he just throws a couple of his own shots and moves round to his right hand side. Oh, that's a good backhand to the body, and I don't think that was a knockdown. No, the referee is calling that a slip, and I would agree with her. The referee will break them up if there's no work happening on the inside when they're tied up.
So just want to ping the jab out, just flip the jab out, then bring the backhand in. Just trigger with the left hand, with the right hand, trigger. That's
I get the sensation that Ali's going to land cleanly with that straight backhand of his at some point.
What might be making it a little bit trickier is Mosquera's got he's got his foot on the outside now. He's got his right foot on the outside of Mosquera's foot there, but before it's on the inside, it's making it tougher to get around. It's like that lead foot control who's got on the outside.
Yes.
Usually the one on the outside's got the control a little bit better.
Fairly slow round.
If you look now,
so far.
Ali's foot's more on the inside. But when he was pivoting on the outside, he's up like that, more success, is getting closer.
It works well. Like you say, he puts his right foot on the outside, then he comes with a shot on the inside, normally to the body by the looks of it so far, and it seems to be having some success. Ali's timing's good. He throws his shots and he's just out of there like in the most perfect of timing.
See, he looks so much better when he's got that foot on the outside. Even then when he's switching around the side, when it's on the outside, he's in more control. It's almost like Mosquera having his foot on the outside is limiting Ali in the work that he's doing, although he's throwing nice shots.
Ali just trying to set him up with that jab. Mosquera throws a couple of his own shots and tries to dance around a little bit, but the two get tangled up pretty quickly. The final few seconds here of round two. A good straight backhand, left hand from Khalid Ali there. You scored that one 2-0.
Yeah. Very good round.
Well, just looking into the red corner there of John Mosquera, and he looks alright. Doesn't look like he's taking big breaths or anything like that. There's no...
But he hasn't committed to anything yet to really make him tired. Like, he's got to be working to get tired. And all he's done at this moment in time is just cover up. He hasn't really committed to any shots. He's been letting Ali do all the work.
I just wonder how long he can sustain that. How durable is he? How can you do that for 6 rounds?
Well, yeah. If someone's blasting you away, but Ali isn't really committing just yet. Ali's got to hit him a little bit harder if he's going to break him down in that sense. But if the power's not coming to him, he'll be able to, this Mosquera could do that all night.
The referee's taken Mosquera to his corner there. Not quite sure what for. He's got his back to us where we are in our commentary position.
What's great about these venues, though, there isn't a bad seat.
No, there isn't.
No matter where you sit, there's a great seat in the venue.
There's a good straight left hand down the middle there from Ali.
Lovely uppercut.
Yeah, if you sit on the balcony here at York Hall, you really feel like you can just lean over and touch the fighters. It's one of those types of places. It's a magical place to watch boxing.
Let's say, going back to the King's Hall in Stoke, great nights. Some amazing atmospheres have been in there. Just like over the years in this hall here, York Hall.
Yeah, I think you tend to find that a lot of the time you get better quality of fights, better matchups sometimes in these smaller venues, especially on the small hall scene. I've seen some great fights. It's a good shot there from Ali, come up with a uppercut and what looked like a screw shot which followed. But then settles back down on his back foot as he just stays focused on his opponent and looks like he's looking to land that big straight left hand of his. Ali light on his toes. I think he knows he's winning this on points, but he catches Mosquera just off guard there.
I like him to switch the jab a little bit more, so it doesn't look like both fighters. It looks like both fighters have been lazy now. Ali's controlling the distance, I get it, but I'd still like him flick out a little bit more. Just occupy him just a little bit. He's a very skillful fighter, you can see that.
You're absolutely bang on. He's controlling the distance just perfectly.
Mosquera's gloves are very tight from the middle, so all the shots that Ali's throwing really are all straight shots down the middle, so they're getting blocked really. So maybe should bring some hooks around the side of the gloves, just squeeze in a little bit more, go around the side like he's been doing, but get hit around the side of the ear. Touch through the middle, bring it on the side for a hook.
A good shot downstairs there, and it made Mosquera put his elbows together. He didn't want another one of those making its way through to his midsection. Another well-controlled round from Khalid Ali.
Another great round, yeah. Very good. Like I say, yeah, controlled. He doesn't need to do any more than what he's doing.
As a fighter, when you've been in a fight like this, let's say this goes the whole 6 rounds, what do you do? What do you do with that after? We always say, the rounds that are done X fight are good, but I know it's experience. But do you go back and reflect on it? Do you go back and watch it? Do you look at the pros and the cons?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as you're going through the ranks and stuff, and you go through the fights, like in hindsight, if I went back to the start of my career with the journeyman that I had, I probably would have stopped a lot more of them. Because you learn along the way in terms of how to get them. But then, as you go through the levels to the level that I'm at now, it becomes much harder to stop people. You need to be blasting the journeyman out, really, because when you get to them levels at the top end, it's so hard to stop because everyone's very good. But yeah, you reflect on the fights.
We're into the 4th round here. This one's scheduled for 6. Mosquera looks to be a little bit more energetic, but he walks right into He was so quick, I couldn't catch which hand it was.
Lovely uppercuts. Again, straight down the middle. Bring it down the middle, but then bring something on the sides. Because he's blocking the middle, so occupy there, then bang round the side with a hook.
Well, Mosquera sunk one of his own ones in there.
Lovely backhand though.
Gets caught with 2 straight left hands in a row, a second in between of each other. God, that was a really good shot from Ali, and Mosquera looks like he's potentially in a little bit of trouble here. Ali on those toes, bouncing up and down, changing his angles, changing his direction, controlling the distance. Great feet from Ali, really, really good feet. I can't help but feel that Mosquera feels like, I can't help but feel that Mosquera can see that backhand coming. It's been thrown often now.
Yeah, and that's why he's defending so much through the middle. But like, that backhand's been lovely all night. Lovely, he's caught him really well as well. But maybe bring it downstairs as well. I know it's easier said than done, but up the top, then bring down the side then bring the left hand to the straight left to the head, then the left hook to the body. Just change it. Let's see, he could have thrown the left hook to the body there. Even looked like he was going to. But he's boxing very good. I'm being overly critical by saying he needs to bring shots from the height, around the side with the hooks. But I think that would just be the icing on the cake. He's landing everything through the middle, but Mosquera's also blocking everything through the middle as well. So change it and come around the side.
I do feel that if Ali lets his hands go here and really lets them go, that he probably could finish it. if he can keep him in the same place for a long enough time. But he won't do it. Well, he's unlikely to do it while he's in the centre of the ring. But great feet and head movement once again.
Lovely. Very skilled fighter. Very good.
That's the Repton boxing gym for you. But he likes his movement, Khalid Ali. When I arrived here at your call earlier on today, and everyone was just getting set up, he was in with his headphones on, checking the venue out. He's boxed here twice before. He knows the place well, and as I said, he's a local fighter. But he got in the ring and he was really moving around, testing the ropes out. Big, deep breaths through his nose. And I love. Well, you tell me what's going through a fighter's head when you're just a couple of hours away from fighting.
I'm quite relaxed actually. I like going into the venue, seeing what it looks like. I watch a few of the fights. Yeah, people are different. Some people will be absolutely bricking it, but I'm quite calm when it comes to the fights. But it just depends. It depends what your mindset and personality is like.
Well, into the penultimate round here. Ali most definitely, in my opinion, cruising to another victory. He will become 8-0 if he keeps this up.
I think the key word there is cruising. Yeah, he is cruising. I like to see him go through it a little bit more, just to go through the gears a little bit. Like he lands a good shot, go through the gears, let it go a bit. Obviously, you don't want to be getting caught by anything silly by committing too much, but it would be nice to see him let you go.
It looks like he's throwing that backhand. And
nice level change to the body, yeah.
And then he's just kind of pausing and almost inviting Mosquera to come in so he can counter. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, but Mosquera isn't throwing anything.
Mosquera's just now moving around the ring and just being hit on the gloves. He's not necessarily surviving, he's just not doing a lot. Because Ali's not doing anything at the moment, which means that this could be over fairly quickly. I think Mosquera heard us, because all of a sudden he come back with 5, 6, 7 shots of his own, but I don't think any of them really got through. Harley going the same direction round. He's making me a bit dizzy.
See, we're now 2 minutes into this round. I think he's thrown one left hook, and that's when he came in close. It's all straight shots, which is lovely. And there we go.
Yeah, there's a hook, and it worked.
Go on the side, son.
And he's got the feet to do it, hasn't he?
At 1,000,000%. Well, when he's changing the angles, he opens up that gap to throw the hook. Good shot.
Mosquera come through with a good backhand there.
Obviously, you can see Ali's waiting for the counter, but there's nothing coming from Mosquera, so it's making it very hard. But then that's why he should just be twitching. Good. There you go. Round the side, son. Good. Stick a sharp jab on it, just so it's not lazy from both sides. Just stick it, bang, let it go.
And finish that round strong. Last few seconds of round number 5.
Good lad, that's it. Good body shot.
But like you say, Nathan, every time he does go round the side, he throws those hooks into the body.
Yeah,
they're definitely working for him.
Yeah, well, I just thought I'd count how many hooks are thrown. Because, like I say, predominantly all straight shots, so it's working very, very well. Obviously, to break him down, he's got to come on the sides. And I think I counted 3 hooks in the first 2.5 minutes. There's nothing wrong with that. But it had a bit more variety to his work, because he's very, very good. Like I say, he's changing the angles with his footwork. And if you're swiveling around the side, well, you're opening up a gap so you can smash into the front of the face.
So one of the many things I have been impressed with Ali is just how disciplined he's been with his game throughout the whole fight. There doesn't seem to have been a moment where he's really become untidy or he's let something. He's
controlled. He's controlled every aspect of it. You're totally right. He's been very comfortable, very controlled.
And quite often you see some fighters will get hit, they'll get caught, they get frustrated, and then that's when their technique starts to disappear, and they think, right, I'm not letting you get away with that. But not always the right way to go about it. He stuck to his boxing all night, and that was a really sweet backhand uppercut straight up the centre of the guard of Mosquera. Good shots again from Ali.
Lovely hand movements, lovely. It's lovely. The way he's triggering, throwing his shot, moving on the side.
What would you like to see him, other than the hooks and going around the side? Is there anything more you'd like to see from him? Or do you think it's fine, the tempo he's working at?
I think he's doing great, but Mosquera's not forcing anything at all. So it's all down, it's just completely at Ali's pace, completely. What I like to see is just the little bits in between. It looks like they're both just waiting to counter each other. Just maybe stick out a jab a little bit more. Just so it looks like he's being busier. Although he is being busier anyway, just because Mosquera's not throwing. But it's been very controlled from Ali. Very, very good.
Blood coming from the nose of Ali, so there's been a few of them which have got through, that's for sure. But so far, nothing which is going to disrupt the winning streak of the Brick Lane fighter. So going to the final minute of the final round here at York Hall. Main event.
Footwork's been lovely. Look at that movement, it's lovely.
Main event, Denzel Bentley versus Danny Dignum. Be live on TNT.
See, Mosquera's actually trying to pick the pace up here. It would have been interesting if he started to do this a little bit more earlier. Make Ali a little bit more comfortable.
And Ali just got away with throwing 2 or 3 shots to the same hand, and I think every single one of them got through. Bit of showboating in the ring now between the pair of them. So going to the final 10 seconds, are we just going to have a little bit of entertaining for the crowd who have come to watch Khalid Ali? But a very comfortable win. And in our opinion, I think it's fair to say he's going to be moving to 8-0.
Yeah, he won every round there comfortably. Boxed really well. Trying a little bit of showboating to goad Mosquera into opening up a little bit more. But overall, very good performance.
Well, I'm sure he'll be happy with that performance. And there'll be lots to learn from it. Even though it was a comfortable win, but you can learn from these things, always.
Well, the most learning would have been that last round when Mosquera was actually trying to press the pace a little bit more. He was being very cagey, he was making it hard for Ali because he's just not committing to anything, so it's hard to slip and open up the gaps when you just got someone in front of you just covering up and not really throwing. But then that's where you have to try.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of boxing, your referee scores the contest 60-54 to your winner, Khalid, the Bengal Tiger, Ali.
Well, that fight went exactly how we expected it to, and I'll assume how everyone watching expected it to. Well, we've had some good action in the first 3 fights here at York.
Yeah, very good.
We've been
Some
treated.
great fights. Well matched fights as well. Very good.
But I believe we're gonna have an interview with Khalid Ali in a minute. We'll just let him do his pictures and do all the stuff you fighters have to do afterwards, and then he will join us for a chat.
You have to get the team photo in. You got to get the team photo in.
What do you do with your team photos afterwards? I always see like everyone having their pictures done. I think, you know, like if you have 30 fights, what do you do? Do you get them all framed up?
Yeah, I just stay on your phone, to be honest. I think I don't print them. I should do though.
One day. We'll have a man cave with them all on the wall.
Mate, I've got a great man cave.
And the final one will be
man cave
in that Stoke City Stadium.
Yeah, you know, so yeah, my man cave's that's the only place where Stoke City lives, because in the house, my missus, my wife, won't allow any boxing, no football, no nothing in the house. So
I can understand the boxing bit. She's probably sick of it.
Yeah. Well, all of it to be fair. Saturdays, Stoke City ruined Saturdays for my wife. Although I did take her on the last game of the season and we won 4-0, she actually really enjoyed it. But I told her that doesn't happen often.
Yeah.
So
she's a good luck charm.
Oh yeah, well, my daughter was actually a mascot.
Well, Khalid Ali's just about to join us. He's just making his way through, and we will get him in a second.
Are you mate? Okay.
Hey, Nathan,
Yeah, very good. Yeah, very good.
What's all that about?
Oh, you got rid of it, mate. Excellent, mate. Very good performance there. Very, you controlled every second of it.
Yeah.
How do you feel it went?
First of all, I want to say alhamdulillah for everything. You know what I mean? It's the most important. I got through it. Just want to say quickly, my bicep went in the first round. I don't know if it went. You can see it right now.
Yeah.
But from the first round, it went. I'm still a prospect, so it's pretty new to me. But alhamdulillah, I got good mental strength.
Yeah.
So they got through it. That's the main thing.
Yeah, good man.
It looked like you were trying to draw him in to counter-attack, but he wasn't really committing to anything, was he?
He fought the power. When you feel power, you don't want to come forward, do you? You just want to just stay there and take it in. But alhamdulillah, I got the job done. That's the main thing.
Quick question then. You know the bicep there? Because you might have you torn?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. Is that why you weren't throwing many hooks? Because you weren't throwing many hooks at all.
I'm a hooker. If you speak to the people
that makes sense.
Spar,
that makes sense, because you'll hear me saying that it's not, because you're going through the middle. The shots through the middle were lovely. I was thinking just come around the side, but you weren't throwing them. So I understand now why. It makes sense. You got to
just do the cards that you get dealt with. You know.
Yeah.
That's it,
mate. In your box should be able well.
Yeah.
Very well.
Yeah, there was some really, really great stuff there. Your footwork was fantastic. The way that you control the distance.
He's looking at it and he's thinking, how do you get through it?
No. I know what my dad ripped his bicep off, so I'm looking to see if it's similar. Yeah, you might possibly.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on a really good performance. I'm sure your friends and family enjoyed coming to watch you. Well done, and go and enjoy your evening.
Thank you so much.
Top man.
Nathan, all the best, champ.
Well, that was Khalid Ali, who moves to 8-0. A very controlled and well-disciplined performance from him there. And as he was just showing us, he has torn his bicep on the right-hand side. And I've got to say, it looks very, very painful. But I tell you what, we've had some great boxing in the first 3 fights here tonight, Nathan.
Absolutely, mate.
We've been treated.
Some great fights.
I've been Darren Rees. He's been Nathan Heaney. The card will continue live on TNT Sports, and all I can say is enjoy it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, brilliant.